just to pull over and just wait it out. So if you're listening on WBAL radio, keep that in mind. And let's get some of the other towns that are around the area right now. Mill Swamp is right up here. It looks like this rotation. Again, this is the rotation. It's right here where the red and green come together. If there's a tornado, it's right in there. It looks like it's going to stay, it's going to come really close to West River. So if you're watching us in West River right now, you guys definitely need to head down to the basement and move away from the windows. Let me zoom out a little bit further here and we can take a better look at where this might be going. Again, it's moving to the northeast. So if this is the part of the storm that's rotating, it's going kind of like that. So Birdsville, London Town, it looks like it'll stay to the east of Queen Anne. It'll probably come close to Highland Beach before it gets up towards Annapolis. I'll zoom out a little bit more here and you'll see what I'm talking about. So there's Annapolis at the top of your screen. That's the direction of the storm. So if you're in the Annapolis metro, you've got, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes before the storm gets close to you, but they are moving fast. You can see the radar just updated. And now I'm going to zoom in here on the part of the storm that's rotating and see some of the wind speeds, and we can get a better idea perhaps of what kind of a tornado this is. So these little pixels here represent different wind speeds. So when I click on them, it'll show that's 79 mile per hour wind right there. And this is another 70 mile per hour wind. So this tornado, if it's on the ground, has wind speeds of about 80 to 90 miles per hour. So that would make it in EF 0 or 1. But that's strong. So take this seriously, folks. This is a tight little storm here. All right, let me zoom out and take a look at some of the other storms around the region right now. So I don't want to exclude anybody, but the storm down at the bottom of your screen that we're discussing is right there. It's heading up towards Annapolis, but there are other thunderstorms around, and some of these are showing signs of rotation as well, but especially the ones down to the south. This one coming up out of southern Maryland, this one coming out of northern Virginia is rotating, and they're all just coming up towards Baltimore. So if you're watching us around Baltimore, pay attention here in the next half hour, 45 minutes, because all of this stuff is kind of heading up in your direction. And in case you're just joining us, let's load the warning again and go over that. This is the tornado warning. It's for Anne Arundel County, everywhere in this red box here, including the city of Annapolis. And you can see the southern part of 97 there at the top of your screen, and it is in effect until 2:30 this afternoon. Taylor Grenda's with me, and she's watching the National Weather Service, what we call the chat room, where they discuss all these storms and everything. They're going to keep it going as far as you know?
Yeah, as far as I know, they're still continuing with it. It's still moving northeast very quickly at 35 miles per hour.
35, okay.
Yes, 35 miles per hour. So again, these storms are moving very, very quickly, and it's going to be hard to see any kind of rotation from the naked eye because most of these are going to be rain wrapped. So they're going to pop up really quickly, go away really quickly, and most of the time with tropical systems, we usually see EF 0 or 1 tornadoes. That doesn't mean that it's not going to be dangerous at all. So if you are at any point in time under a warning, I would definitely take it seriously. Again, a lot of activity happening around the entire area as well. So I'm just checking.
We have another warning coming in.
Marine warning.
Marine warning. Okay. So this is the storm here. Watch. I put everything into motion. This is the storm. Try to follow it with the arrow right here. Look how fast that's going. It's already up closer to Annapolis than I thought it would be. So it might be going faster than 35 miles per hour. I mean, this thing is really booking. It might be 50 miles per hour. So if you're in the Annapolis area, take shelter now. I believe this storm is going faster than what was indicated on the radar. And Route 50 is at the top of your screen. It's right in here. So just to give you a little perspective, there's Annapolis, Waterbury, Cape St. Clair right at the top of your screen, Queen Anne, and then Shadyside down here. It's going to go right in between Annapolis and Bowie. It'll cross over 450. So if you live around there, 450, looks like 214. That storm's coming through right now. If you are listening to us on the radio and you are on 214, perhaps you're heading towards Annapolis or towards Route 2, you got to pull over. Same thing on Route 2, at least for a few minutes here. And if you're on Route 50, listening to us on the radio and traveling westbound across the Bay Bridge and heading over towards Annapolis. Once you get across the Bay Bridge, I would just stop for a little while. That's Don, our director's got, which one is this, Don? This is Route 50? Route 50 and 424, there you go. So, I mean, the road is wet, and like Taylor said, you're not going to see the tornado because it's not that kind of a storm. It's going to be wrapped in rain. So it's not like something you're going to see ahead of you that you can just avoid. All right, switch it back over to Weather 2. Let's take a look at the circulation again. Again, this is not the radar product that looks at where it's raining. This is the radar product that looks at the wind field in the storm. And there's the rotation where the red and green come together. You got wind going this way, you got wind going that way, and the rotation would be right there. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit closer. I'm going to try to get as close as I can here without losing too much resolution. Where you see this red and green here, Mill Swamp, that's Route 468 right there. That's Route 2 right there, Marriott Hill, and right in there. If there's rotation, that's where it is. So in between Route 2 and 468 near Mill Swamp. If you're listening to us there, you guys hopefully are already in your safe place. Now, Shelby on the Bay is in the upper right-hand corner. That'll probably pass just to the west of Shelby on the Bay. At least that's the way it looks to me right now. Let's check the wind speeds again. Remember we had 79 mile per hour wind? Oh, it just updated. That's how fast this thing is moving. Hold on, let me get a better look at it. 79 mile per hour winds just a few minutes ago. Let's check it now. Okay, 79 again. All right. So at least it's not getting stronger. That's a good thing, but a 79 mile, 80 mile per hour wind is enough to knock over big trees, especially when it's been raining. So you got to take this seriously, folks. And we'll give you another wide view here. There's a lot of activity going on, and it's hard to see which storm we're talking about. This is the one right here. But there's heavy rain up in Howard County. There's heavy rain in Baltimore County. There's heavy rain in Carroll County and Frederick County. This is mostly just stratiform rain. In other words, I don't see too much in the way of rotation, but these cells here, the one that's got the warning on it, that one I'm pointing to now, and this one down in southern Maryland, and this one in the northern part of Virginia, all showing good signs of rotation, and they're all heading up towards Baltimore. So this is not going to be the last tornado warning. Taylor, any updates on the chat room there?
No, still continuing the tornado warning until 2:30 as of now. They are starting to watch a cell just west of Towson for possible rotation.
A cell west of Towson, really? Okay, let's take a look at that one. All right, that would be this one right here. The Weather Service has not issued a warning on this just yet, but they're saying that this is one they're watching for the potential that maybe something could develop. So this one right here, and again, they're all moving the same direction. So this will be heading up just south of Cockeysville, Hunt Valley, or maybe towards Cockeysville, Hunt Valley, and then up towards Jacksonville. Let me see if I can get the wind scan on that one. We're not forgetting about you folks down south there, but oh boy, yeah. That one has some decent rotation on it. All right, so remember, we were talking about where the red and the green come together. You got wind going like this, you got wind going like that, and this is in the Mays Chapel Timonium area right now, Lutherville there. So they have not issued a tornado warning on that one yet, but they're looking at it and saying, hey, you know what, something might be developing there. So again, there's no tornado warning on this yet, but if I were up in the Cockeysville, Hunt Valley, Timonium, Mays Chapel area, Lutherville, Padonia, I would definitely be heading to my safe place. That's Route 45, that's York Road there, that's 83. This is the top of the Beltway. So keep that in mind. Thank you, Taylor. Yeah, they haven't issued anything on that one, but... No,
nothing quite yet. They are continuing the one in Anne Arundel County until 2:30 as of now, and they said that the thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is right over London Town.
Over London Town. Okay. So what Taylor is talking about, for those of you that don't know, the TV stations don't issue the tornado warnings. The National Weather Service guys down in Sterling, Virginia issue the tornado warnings, and then we pass them along to you. And what Taylor is doing right now is reading their discussion. They put out these discussions on each one of these storms that we can see and then pass along to you. All right, so they are saying this one has still got some good rotation on it, and I would say yes. Look at that.
They just issued a tornado warning until 2:45 for Baltimore, and this is the storm that I think we were just talking about. It's located over Cockeysville, actually.
Okay, so this is the storm here. This is the new warning, and that's it. Just came in. We were just talking about this storm. Let's see, that's until 2:45. That tornado warning right there. So if you're watching around Sparks, Long Green, Cockeysville, Timonium, and eventually up towards Jarrettsville, you guys, Hunt Valley, Phoenix, you should be heading to your safe place right now. That warning goes until 2:45. So let's take a look at that one again and see if I can pinpoint the exact rotation spot.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
What's that, Taylor? Okay. Well, that's it right there. Okay, Taylor, I guess my battery's running out, so you're going to take over for a few seconds?
Yes, so we'll go and pinpoint that storm right now and track it out for you. So, again, just over Cockeysville for now, and it's moving northeast very quickly. Again, all this activity will be moving extremely fast over the next couple of hours. So it's hard to even track them because it's over Cockeysville, but probably by now it's moving northeast of there. So, again, it's looking like it could be near Phoenix by around 2:18, Jarrettsville 2:35. Again, these are just estimated times that we get from our from radar indicated. It's not exact times, just something to keep in mind. If you're located in the path of this storm, again, it's just something that you really want to take seriously and get inside over the next couple of hours, as well as these tornado warnings will continue to pop up here shortly. So, Tony, I think we're going to send it back over to you, and I'm going to continue to look at the chat and see.
Thank you for doing that. Sometimes batteries goes out. Don, our director, says we got to look from near Padonia Road. There you go. That's I-83. Obviously, the storm, you can almost see a little sunshine. The storm is past there. That's how fast it's going. That's on the backside of the storm. I don't see anything that looks too ominous there. Switch it back over to the radar, and we'll take a look at this here. We'll try to zoom in and pinpoint some locations here. Okay, so this is where the rotation is, where the red and green come together. There's Cockeysville at the top of the screen. There's Springdale, Timonium. So it looks like if there is some sort of rotation in there, it would be right around or just east of 83, in between 83 and York Road. If you're watching up that way, I would definitely head into our safe space. Let's zoom out a little bit, and you'll see Hunt Valley at the top of the screen there, Timonium area. So where you see that red and green come together. Now this one doesn't look as strong as the one down the south, but let's try to get some of the wind field here. We got 63 mile per hour wind there and 63 mile per hour wind there. So yeah, it's not as strong as the other one, but still probably an EF0 if there's a tornado in there. So just take it seriously, folks. Let me take a wide view here. All right, so here I know it's hard to see all this stuff in here, but here are the two storms. This one here, that one that might have a tornado in it, and this one down here. Let's go ahead and check on the one down to the south. I'm going to go back and use the wind speeds again. Ooh, look at that, Taylor. That one looks like it's got a little more oomph on it to me. The brighter the colors typically mean that the rotation is stronger, the wind is stronger. So you see the bright colors right there. So that's London Town. There's Annapolis. There's Route 50 at the top of your screen, and there is Route 2. Let me check on some of the wind speeds in this one.
Tony, I do want to jump in, and the National Weather Service is saying that this is a confirmed tornado.
This one here?
Yes.
Somebody actually sees it on the ground?
Yes.
Okay, folks. If it's a confirmed tornado, you have to take this seriously. There is a tornado on the ground in Anne Arundel County right now. So you got to head to your safe place. I'm going to go over that one more time then. If you're down in Anne Arundel County, around the Annapolis area, you need to do this immediately. So sometimes when they issue tornado warnings, it's just radar indicated, meaning they see what I just showed you on the radar and they go, oh, there might be a tornado in there. Right now they're saying somebody sees a tornado on the ground. So you got to take this seriously. So Anne Arundel County, you move to an interior room. You go away from the windows. If you have a basement, go to the basement. Don't waste any time. You know, back in the old days, they say crack a window, it'll equalize the pressure. Don't do that. The damage comes from the wind, not the air pressure. So Anne Arundel County storm, take it seriously. Somebody actually sees it on the ground. So here's the two tornado warnings right now in red for Baltimore County and the other one for Anne Arundel County. These two right here, both of them are in effect till 2 or 2:30 or 2:45. Let me go back down to this Anne Arundel County one, because if it's on the ground, it might be showing a debris signature. I'm going to try to pull up another radar product here that can actually look and see if there is stuff flying around in the air. And it's called a correlation coefficient. And let's see if I can find it. I should have put my glasses on here. There we go. All right. Oh, yeah. All right, so you see these, yeah, Taylor just went, See this here? That's the radar seeing something that is being lifted up into the air like debris, like tree limbs and trees and maybe pieces of a house, stuff like that. That is a debris signature right there. I'm going to see if I can put that into motion. Yeah, you can see it moving. I mean, that's not good, folks. Okay, so if I'm seeing a debris signature, that means the tornado is on the ground and it is knocking stuff over and pulling up trees and probably damaging homes. So, boy, that's not good. If you're just to the west of Annapolis, this is Route 50 here, Arnold. That storm is heading up towards you guys. Head to your safe space right now if you can. And I think it's just a good idea if I go over the warning one more time, since they actually see this on the ground and it's producing a debris signature. Okay, so that's the tornado warning right there. If you're in that red box, Crownsville, Arnold, in Annapolis, of course, anywhere along Route 50, 450, 665, head to your safe place right now. All right, let me look at it on the radar. Don is our director. If you can find a camera perhaps down towards the south end of 97 near Route 50, somewhere around Annapolis, you might be able to see something there. Okay, that is Route 50. I don't see anything. Do you, Taylor? Do you see like anything in the picture there?
I'm getting some video on Twitter.
You got video on Twitter?
Yes, I'm trying to see if I can get it for you on air, but it definitely shows a tornado. I can't tell if it's actually on the ground, but it definitely looks like it's close to being on the ground.
Oh, you can see it in the picture?
Yes,
okay,
in the video.
Well, hopefully we can get that on the air. Yeah, if you, now you do this safely, of course, folks. If you got pictures, if you're in the warning area, don't go outside to take pictures. But if you got damage or something like that, you can send it to me on Twitter or Taylor Grenda on Twitter. Tony Pan, Taylor Grenda on Twitter. All right, let's check on the, I don't want to forget about the Baltimore County one, because this one looks like it's got some good rotation on it too. And look how fast it's gone. It's already north of Cockeysville now. The red and the green, remember where the red and the green come together? Right there. That's where there's a tornado, possibly. It looks like it's north of Route 145 now, northeast of Cockeysville. Heading up towards Manor, Glencoe. If you're watching up that way in this part of Baltimore County, definitely head to your safe space. If you're listening on WBAL radio and you're traveling on 146, I believe that's Delaney Valley Road, you should pull over if you can just for a few minutes, let this storm pass. If you're on York Road, up around Hunt Valley, you probably see that storm off to your right, but it's moving away from you. And let's check some of the wind speeds on this one. All right, 59 and 20. Okay, so this one's not as impressive. If there's a tornado in there, it's probably a weak tornado, but the one down in Anne Arundel County, they got it on the ground. Somebody sees it. We know there's a tornado in there. And look at the difference in the signatures here. Look at the difference in the colors on the radar. This is not precipitation. This is the wind field. And you can see the difference between the one I showed you up in Baltimore County and this one. And let's see what the peak wind is here with this bright color. 73. 73. All right, so yeah, it's still in the 70s. This one's probably an EF1 tornado, and it is on the ground, folks. So I would say if there's a tornado, it's right in there. That's Route 50, that's 70, that's Route 2, that's 450 over there, Weems Creek, just to the, this is Annapolis, so it looks like if it's on the ground, it might be crossing over Route 50 right now, just west of Annapolis, if it's on the ground. And somebody's already said they got it on the ground. Taylor's got a picture. You got a...
we have another warning just issued. This one is in Baltimore County near Hampstead.
Oh, another one. Okay, top of the... All right. That's this one here.
Moving north at 30.
All right, so the Hereford zone of Baltimore County, brand new warning. That tornado warning until 3 this afternoon. That's the Hereford zone of Baltimore County. If you're watching up around Parkton, it looks like it'll pass west of you. But Sunset View, Walker, 83. If you let's just say anywhere on 83, if you live near 83, near the Pennsylvania line, you should be heading to your safe place right now. And let's take a look at that one. See if we can see any rotation. Again, this is not the rain, this is the rotation. And you can see the red and the green coming together there. It doesn't quite look as impressive as the one down in Anne Arundel County, but if there is a tornado, it would probably be right in there, near Beckleysville, to the west of Walker. Weisberg is over here, near Greystone Golf Course. It'll pass just west. That's how I know my markers there. So just if you're in the northern part of Baltimore County, the Hereford zone, just be safe. It's kind of hard to pinpoint where the rotation is on this one, but anywhere I would say west of 83, this is 83 right here, west of 83, between 83 and the Carroll County line, which is over here, if you're in that general zone, you got to head to your safe space right now. Again, they're moving fast. I think these are moving like 50 miles an hour, so it's not going to be there long. But for the next 15 or 20 minutes, you got to head to your safe place. Let's check this other one down in Baltimore County. This one looks a little more impressive. You see the difference in the colors? It looks like if there is a tornado in this one, it would be, this is Sparks right here. That's York Road. It would be near Sparks. Maybe just to the east of Sparks and north of Phoenix, right in that area there. Let me check the wind speeds on that one. All right, that's not very impressive. Yeah, sometimes, oh, there you go, 68 mile per hour. So it's probably an EF0 tornado, if there is one in there, which, again, is enough to knock over trees. It's not like the ones you'd see in the Midwest, but it's enough to knock over a tree onto your house, especially if it's been raining hard. Now, Moncton, you guys are right at the top of the screen there. Here is the rotation. It's in between Sparks and Moncton, and it's moving to the northeast at a really fast pace, like 40, 50 miles per hour. So Moncton, heads up, it's coming your way. And let me go back and check on the storm. We got another one?
Yes, another one for Baltimore County. This one is once again near Cockeysville.
Oh, boy.
It's kind of overlapping the other tornado, the warning that we have going to. It's moving north at 30.
It's moving north at 30. I'm going to turn off flood warnings, because the flood warnings on this look kind of like the tornado warnings. I just turned those off, and so we can see all the tornado warnings here. Basically, the whole northern part of Baltimore County and into Harford County is now under a tornado warning. Everywhere in that red shaded area right there. West Liberty, Jarrettsville, you're included this time. It looks like it's going to stay west of Bel Air. Let me go ahead and take a look at the rotation. Basically, the whole Hereford zone of Baltimore County. If you're up there, go to the basement, find your safe space. All right, this looks a little more impressive now with this cell. You can see there's sparks. Get a little closer here. All right, so there it is. If there's a tornado, it's right. Let me get my pointer back. Right in there. Right where the red and the green come together. So that's York Road. That's Manor. This is Route 138, right up there. See 138? Okay, so it's just south of 138 right now in Baltimore County, in between York Road and 138, and it's moving to the northeast at 30, 40 miles per hour. Basically, like I said, if you're in the northern part of Baltimore County, it's really hard to pinpoint. You really need to just go to the basement right now for about a half an hour. All right, let's not forget about the one down here. This one was actually confirmed tornado on the ground. Doesn't look as impressive now, so that's good. Yeah?
So they just issued another warning right near that one in Anne Arundel County. This one's over Arnold.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, they're just continuing the one for the same storm. So yeah, this is the new warning right here. Thank you, Taylor. They just extended the one that was in effect for Annapolis up towards the north and east. So anywhere in Anne Arundel County, if you're watching in the Annapolis area, up all the way towards, let's just say the bay right there, east of Glen Burnie, down towards Annapolis, north and west of Turkey Point. Anywhere in that red shaded area, you need to be in the basement right now. If you're listening on WBAL radio, Route 177, that storm is right near there. Route 2, and this is Route 50, right in there. On top of that, they're producing torrential rain.
Yes, exactly. And I do, if they can switch over to Weather 1 right now, I do have
switch
video.
over to Weather 1. Let's see if we can get a picture.
A video that was sent in from that possible tornado on the ground, from that tornado warning in Anne Arundel County.
Well, let's let the video play. Yeah, I want to see it. I'm going to go closer.
You can't tell that it's exactly hitting the ground or not, but it definitely shows some kind of rotation.
Oh, yeah, you sure can. I mean, it's hard to Taylor, thank you. But if you look at the ridge top, right to the right of that very tall white building there, see that little piece of dark cloud sticking down? You know what? Hey, Don, can you put me up in the chroma key? And I'm going to try to point to that, okay? Tell me when I can walk in there. You good? Okay. Because I think we should point that out. You good? All right, hold on one second. I just want to point this out to you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And Taylor, while they're setting the shot, go over the warnings that are in effect right now, just if you could, just it's Anne Arundel County, most of Baltimore County. Mostly,
we have the one that's over Arnold right now, and then we have a couple in Baltimore County. One recently just issued near Jarrettsville. It's moving northeast at around 35 miles per hour, which is a typical trend with all this activity. Again,
go ahead and zoom out.
I'll zoom out for you. This is the one that we have near Arnold. Again, moving northeast.
Taylor and I are just switching computers now.
And then here we go. Here are the ones in Baltimore County. Again, that's that one storm that we've been watching. It moved away from Cockeysville. It's moving northward towards the Pennsylvania line. Also, the other one we were watching was near Hampstead. Again, moving so quickly that it's moving up towards the Maryland-Pennsylvania line as well. So, again, do we have
You got the clip? I just want to point this out. I know we're going through a lot of work. I know we're going through a lot of work to point this out, but let me know when you got it.
All right, we'll go back to radar now. You can see a lot of activity happening right now. Certainly not advised to drive or be outside by any means. We're going to continue to see these warnings pop up. And again, moving very rapidly to the northeast. Hotspot right now seems to be Anne Arundel County and also Baltimore County. We have a couple of warnings in effect currently. And in addition to all this activity, we're also tracking blinding rainfall too. So again, it's going to be hard to see any of these tornadoes that actually do pop up. That's why we were lucky enough to get a photo
picture,
safely,
right?
from someone.
All right, so I think we got it now. Give me weather one. It was a lot of work, but I wanted to point this out to you. So this is the picture that Taylor was just sent to us from Anne Arundel County, and this was the storm that was confirmed. It was on the ground. Remember, I showed you the debris signature on the radar, and you look right there. There's the tornado right there. You can see things are moving here. So this is actually video, not a still picture, but that is an impressive tornado. And it's on the ground, or was on the ground, and kicking up debris. I just wanted to point that out. To Don, thank you for doing that. I just wanted to point that out in Anne Arundel County. Taylor, thank you for that.
Yep.
All right, so let's go back to the wind fields here, because I think it's important to check on these three areas. I'm going to go down to Anne Arundel County first. Ooh, again, the brighter the colors when we do these wind fields, the stronger the wind, the better the chance. There's a tornado there. Okay, so 57 mile per hour right there. 56. Okay, so it's not as strong as before, but the colors are closer together, and that means that there's still a good chance that this tornado could be on the ground. Tornadoes don't stay on the ground, forever, like for hours. They kind of bounce. They dissipate, then they'll reform, then they dissipate and they reform. So I think that's what this one is doing. It may have dissipated, but I think it's back together now, right in between this bright green and bright red, south of Lakeshore. This is Gibson Island right here. This is 177. This is West Severna Park. It should be east of you guys, north of Arnold, and just to the south of Lakeshore. That's where I think that tornado is right now, the one I just showed you on screen. And it was an impressive tornado. It was kicking up debris, so that ain't good. All right, let me zoom out here, and we'll go back up to the ones in Baltimore County. This doesn't look as impressive. I think it might be losing some of its signature. This storm up in Baltimore County, that's good. And the other one, I think, is all the way up in southern Pennsylvania now. So basically, they still have a warning on this storm, but it doesn't look as impressive to me. But boy, there's a lot of rain out there. And let's see, we do have some flash flood warnings. I might as well just go over that. Basically, all of Pennsylvania is under a flash flood warning right now. But the only one in effect for the metro is Frederick County. Around Frederick, Thurmont, up in the Catoctin Mountains, there have been 5-6 inches of rain already, and there is some significant flooding going on. It's probably flooding all over the place here, but just right up in here, really heavy rain, and it's been going for a long time. There may not be a tornado in it, but there is some heavy rain going through Baltimore City, around the Beltway, up 83. Basically travel for the next, I know these are going fast, but I would say the next hour or two is going to be very, very difficult. And there are more storms down to the south. I'm going to put this whole thing, I'm going to take a different view, put it all into motion for you here, and you'll see how fast everything is moving. What's that? Oh, we have Tom Tasselmeyer on the phone and up there in Baltimore County. Tom, how you doing, man?
Yes, I'm hanging in there.
And what did you see when that storm was passing over your neighborhood? Anything?
Yeah, the alert went off for sure, and we had a bunch of heavy rain. I've had 1.2 inches of rain so far at my house. And
this is where Tom is calling.
But there was hardly any wind associated with it.
Really, no wind.
So, yeah. I mean, at least I'm up in Hunt Valley, so I think the center of it passed just south of us through Cockeysville and then scooted up toward Jacksonville.
So, did you? You're smarter than this, but I'll ask you if you did anyhow. When you took a peek outside, I have a feeling that you did, even though you shouldn't. Did you see any rotation in the clouds? Did you see any sort of funnel or the storm rotating?
No, I have a feeling these things are so small, and as far as the size of the actual funnel and stuff like that. At least that one that was in Cockeysville, it was south of us. I was looking south. I couldn't see anything that way, so it was probably a pinpoint little area.
Right.
It came up through Cockeysville, Padonia area, and tracked northeast, maybe over Loch Raven Reservoir and stuff like that. But I think I was just a few miles north of it, and there's so much heavy rain. I heard you and Taylor talking about the fact that these things are obscured by the heavy rain. I mean, it's definitely tropical moisture. This stuff comes down very heavy, and so it does obscure you being able to see anything, and that kind of makes it a little more dangerous, I think.
Oh, no doubt. And that's why I was surprised that we got that picture. I don't know if you saw it. We put it on the air. Somebody sent it to Taylor of the tornado down in Anne Arundel County. That one, there it is. You can see it on the horizon there. I don't know if you can see your TV or not, but yeah, somebody actually got a picture of that. There's a close-in view, and it's in motion, and that's probably not the view you saw up in Baltimore County, but that one there was putting up a debris signature on the correlation coefficient.
Yeah, I think the one that came through Cockeysville was embedded in the heavy rain more so that you couldn't see it, but that one south of us definitely had some better views. I saw that flying all across Twitter, those pictures of it, so that's definitely confirmation of it, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Well, Tom, I'm glad you're okay. Thanks for calling in, and I knew you stepped outside to look, even though you shouldn't, but don't do what
Well, I did post a picture. Yeah, I posted a picture of the heavy rain because, again, we didn't have wind, in the area, and I didn't hear anything. So I knew, and then based on radar, that looked like it was safely south of us. So
there you go. Tom knows what he's doing.
So far, so good, but good job. Hang in there, buddy.
All right, Tom. Thank you for calling. Appreciate it. That was Chief Meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer on the phone with us there. All right, so yeah, a lot of heavy rain out there, as Tom mentioned. It's unlikely that you're going to see a tornado on the horizon, like Taylor put that picture up. That would be kind of a rare thing in this situation because of the heavy rain obscuring everything. Before Tom called, I was going to put this into motion here. Look how fast everything is moving. These cells are going like 50 miles per hour. Now, that's good and bad news. It's good news because I think the center of the storm is going to be clearing out of the Baltimore Metro sometime early this evening. At least the severe weather threat will die down in the next 3 hours. But it's bad because it makes it hard to track these things and pinpoint what's going on. Technically, I'm going to put the warnings back up. Now, technically, there are only 2 warnings left. There's the one in Baltimore County.
Yes.
The northern part of Baltimore County. And
yes,
the
they
one
canceled the other ones in Baltimore
County. Yeah, they canceled the other ones. And the other one down here in Anne Arundel County. Let's see how long those go. This one's till 3 for another 20 minutes. 3 o'clock on that one, too. So for the next half hour, 20 minutes, if you're watching in those areas, you got to head to your safe space. Let me go back to the wind field because it's the easiest way I can see what's going on. All right, so this one here, even though technically there's still a tornado warning for that part of the area, it's now crossing over onto the bay. So that's good. This is the shoreline right here. So this circulation right here, the one that we showed you the picture of, the tornado on the ground, is finally moving out over the bay. So at least in the short term, I think we can give you the all clear down in Anne Arundel County, unless you're watching literally or listening to us literally on the water. Paradise Beach, Pinehurst, in between those 2 areas there. If you're listening to us in that spot, literally right on the water, you got to stay in your safe place for another 15 minutes or so until this gets out over the water. All right, let's go back up to Baltimore County. And Taylor, I don't see any rotation on this one anymore.
I know, I'm surprised that they're still continuing it for now. I think that might be the one that they're saying is going to expire in about 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think they're just going to let it ride out. Tim, can you come over and grab this for me? Thanks. Tim, our floor director.
And I'm just starting to have some pictures come in of damage from that storm and possible tornado in Anne Arundel County, and they're saying on the National Weather Service chat that they are getting reports of confirmed trees, wires down, and damage to buildings throughout the Woodland Beach and Annapolis area.
Say that one more time.
The National Weather Service is saying that they're getting in reports of confirmed trees down, wires down, and damage to buildings throughout the Woodland, Beach, and Annapolis area.
Okay, well, that makes sense. The tornado was on the ground, and it was showing the debris signature. All right, so let's take another look at the radar here.
I'll get up. Thank you.
We can't officially give you the all clear, but for now, I don't see. The one tornado that went through the Annapolis area that caused the damage is over the water, and the one up in Baltimore County, I think, lost its signature as far as tornadic activity. So I'm going to let this radar go into motion here. Now, we can't officially go off the air until the Weather Service cancels it, but right now, I think everything is pretty much okay as far as tornadoes go. Taylor, any word?
No, I'm just trying to get some of that storm damage up on to show on air.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, if you could do that, it'd be wonderful. All right, so let's talk about this one. It's over the water. I think everybody on land is okay now, but look at that signature right there. See the bright colors? That could be a water spout. So if you're watching, maybe even the inner harbor, this is the inner harbor at the top of your screen. Right there, like down here. You guys might be able to see this storm off to your southeast. Don, does our Skycam point that way? Can we point it southeast? Yeah, try to do that, because you might be able. Yeah, oh, it's right. It's 1,000 feet up, so it's pretty socked in, I'm sure. But if you can, see if we can get a view of that. But this one is going to miss Baltimore, and it's moving to the northeast. I'm going to just put some arrows on here. It's going this way. It's going like that. So it's going to stay over the water for a while. It'll probably miss Rock Hall. It'll miss Chestertown. It may clip this circulation eventually. I'll zoom out a little further. The southern part of Harford County. So that's the cell at the bottom of your screen. Right here, it's going like that. So it may clip the southern part of Harford County here in the next half hour, 45 minutes. And every time you hear that bell go off, that's another warning.
It's a marine warning.
It's a marine warning. Okay, so they just canceled the tornado warning for Anne Arundel County. That's good.
We do have that video now on Weather 1.
Oh, switch it over to Weather 1.
This was from the Annapolis area a little bit ago.
Oh, wow, that's even better video. Look at that. I wonder what road that is there. Taylor, do you know?
Give me a minute.
It had to be Route 50. Wow. And somebody in their car is looking at that on the ground coming at them. That's amazing. Look at that. I'm trying to see the road signs. Tim, can you see the road sign on that? I can't. It looks like I can't read that road sign, the real small one.
It says it's from near Parole, Maryland.
Near Parole, Maryland. I was just trying to, there is a road sign there. I was just trying to see if I could read it. I don't have my glasses on, but man, what a view. Maybe West Street, Don says? I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like a four-letter street there, but wow, that's amazing. Okay, so we have video confirmation. We have confirmation of damage reports. We had the radar picking up the damage, flying debris into the air, and there it is. All right, folks, all the tornado warnings, at least for right now, have been canceled. So we're going to go off the air. There's probably going to be more, so stay with us. We're going to send you back to regular programming for right now, but it's going to be active out there for a couple of hours, so be weather aware. We'll send you back to programming.